Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of
Real Talk with Riz Khan.
This time we're out and about again, and today in this episode I'm showing you one of my favourite spots in Manchester to come and hang out, especially when the weather is like this. Welcome to Manchester Airport's Runway Visitor Park.
What was that? Secondly, this is an enjoyment because it's a progress in technology.
Today I'm showing you around some of the features, some of the spots at Manchester Airport's Runway Visitor Park, located obviously right next to Manchester Airport. Sun is shining and it's a lovely afternoon in Manchester, and I hope you're ready to come and explore with me. Welcome to Manchester Airport's Runway Visitor Park. What I like about this place is that not very many people know about it. So I've managed to find a car parking spot in this ample car park. For about 2 hours stay here, it's quite a reasonable price of just £5. But if you're walking, then you can enjoy a day out here with your family, with your children, with the young and the old for free. So right now I'm heading over to the main Spectators Terraces, which are located just over there. You can see some people standing on the terraces there to watch the takeoffs and landings, and that's exactly where we're going. And this is the lovely entrance where you collect your token, keep hold of it nice and safe, come in and you find a spot to park your car in the parking spaces available. So as an avid aviation enthusiast from the tender age of 10 and 11, I've enjoyed flying many flight simulators to understand how commercial aviation works and how commercial aviation jets fly. But today we're on the other side, not in the passenger seat, but at the other end, watching takeoffs and landings. So this is the area where they have the Spectator Terraces. Lots of people come up to get some shots, to do some filming, but an important notice here: birds can cause engines to fail, so it's important to not bring any food for the birds or leave any edible waste, because it could cause quite a serious danger to the aircrafts around the area. And here we are. This is a Spectator Terrace that looks like an Airbus 320 for Lufthansa just coming into land. Silky and a buttery landing right there. Most flights, as they're taking off, so that the airport and the pilots can track the airliners that are taking off safely, normally they follow something called a standard instrument departure, which tells them exactly the points that they need to take as they take off and fly out to their destinations. And if you bring any children along, there's a nice little play area for them there. I'm not sure if it's open right now, but it's a good spot to let the kids loose as you go off and do some plane spotting. So as you can see, when the weather is good, people have brought their picnic chairs, their cameras, their food, and they're just enjoying a different peaceful day out, watching the birds take off and land. So I'm heading back into the Avro RJX 100 aircraft to try and get some shots inside. Last time I attempted, there was a family, I think they're still there taking some photographs. But let's see if we can get inside and show you the flight deck. Right now we're going to take a little bit of a tour inside this Avro RJX aircraft. So let's go inside and have a look. So as you come inside, obviously the flight deck is sealed off. You can still see the thrust levers are intact, the flight yoke and the flight instruments are still in there. But I think they've got a bit of a cover on, so I won't be able to fire this one up. So here is the metal tube, also known as a fuselage. And here it's still intact, but obviously they've protected it to make sure that it doesn't get damaged. And you can read quite a lot about some of the information here. That thing there is a critical piece of an aircraft. It's a flight data recorder. So if anything happens on an airplane, that has got all of the information about the airplane's speed, direction, travel, and the input of the flight crew as well. As I'm inside this aircraft, one of my childhood dreams is coming alive again. I've always wanted to fly, and every single knob and dial in that flight deck that I've just showed you on board this aircraft, most airlines operate similar styles of flight instruments, so I could probably take you for a little ride. One of the remarkable things about being on board this aircraft, knowing that it's got a long history of journeys, of traveling thousands of nautical miles around the world, so many people have placed their trust in their machine to get to their destinations. And it's a reminder for us of how we should never take air travel for granted. So another bit of airplane interesting fact for you. Some of these metal things on the fuselage, they're normally sensors for like altitude, speed and heading. So they're a critical piece of flight to make sure that the pilots know where they're going. One of the many things that still fascinates me about air travel is that you wake up one day in one city, in one town, in one country, and in a matter of a few hours, by sitting in a metal tube and through the wonders of flight travel, you can end up in a different world. So let's have a little an exploration of the Aviation Shop and show you around some of the bits and pieces if you would like to purchase. Lots of model planes here. My birthday's coming up in a few months, by the way. If a real plane isn't in the budget, one of these will do. Maybe one day, inshallah, God willing, I'll be able to complete one of my lifetime goals or dreams to get my full private pilot's license and jump in one of those small propeller planes and just take to the skies. And I'll be able to take you with me. So we've been on the flight viewing terraces, and now it's time to head to the lower down grass area so we can get some different types of shots for you. This is an active runway, by the way, with planes taking off and landing frequently at Manchester Airport. People coming, people going on holiday, coming to see their friends and their families. Everybody on a flight has a story to tell. Bumped into another aviation enthusiast. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Mr. Rubani.
Mr. Ruburn?
Yes.
And are you from Manchester?
Oh, I've lived in Manchester over there. Yeah.
And you come here often?
This is enthusiasm in life.
Yeah.
There's two choices. You can either live in moderation,
Right.
or you can split it down.
Right.
But the choice is for every person. So if you know what you're here for,
Right.
isn't to just stay sat at home. You live in moderation, meaning you do different things.
Right.
This is just one hobby.
Uh-huh.
But having said that, if you understand what life is, it's a short life. You can enjoy your soul, spirit.
There's so much wisdom and so much real talk in that conversation just there. So have you been flying yourself, or are you just an aviation enthusiast just like me?
I was going to go to Blackpool before lockdown
Okay.
to take lessons.
Aha.
You know, Blackpool.
So one of my childhood dreams is to finish my private pilot's license. But not many people are aware how expensive it is, not only to get your private pilot's license, but also your commercial pilot's license as well.
Well, there's two things. I've got licenses in various things.
Uh-huh.
I've got a PSV license. I've got a taxi license.
Yeah.
So if you've got a sane mind, the first priority in life is you've got to have sanity,
Right.
a sane mind before you do anything.
Absolutely.
So number one, sane mind. Number two, you know, where there's a will, there's a way.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be a pilot, right, you can achieve it if you wholeheartedly. I mean, in the Second World War, women drew Spitfire.
That's very true.
My favourite thing is that we human beings, if we can enjoy anything, doesn't need to necessarily mean it's this. If we can enjoy any ambitions, Olympics, football. So in life, this is something you've enjoyed from day one. You know, it doesn't go down well with a lot of people. So we have to ask ourselves why I'm interested in this. Very important factor. Secondly, this is an enjoyment because it's a progress in technology. I mean, if we just look at this, what is it to the person who's not interested? It's just metal objects. But if you've got an ambition, it means something. So the definition of enjoyment is you need to understand: is it self-satisfaction? If it's not, then it's pointless coming. Number one. Number two, at the end of the day, you want to go home and say, well, I've done my work, I've spent time with my family, and enjoyment. So you need a timetable in life. But this, my friend, is a short life on this earth. We're here for a short time. Do we know our syllabus curriculum? What are we here for? We're here to enjoy it. So if you like this, that's your choice. If you like football, snooker, football, rugby, whatever it is, that. But this gives you a good impact because it's something of your childhood enjoyment. See, when I was working years ago, I had an ambition. I loved the aircraft. Some people like football. Some people like bits of cooking, you know. But overall, my friend, this happiness, there's no abracadabra stick. This happiness, nice sunny day. Number one, it's lovely, your soul's happy, right? Number two, are we gonna get yourself ready for work tomorrow? So if you're gonna be stay at home, work, eat, won't go down very well. So we need to know what we're here for.
Thank you very much, my friend, for sharing some excellent pearls of motivation, of thought. I never thought I'd come out here to get some real life lessons, but that's exactly what this channel is about.
Absolutely. My friends, I need to just give you one thing. We're all a family on this earth. We need to get the identification. To me, you're not a blogger, right. You're a human being. Absolutely. So first priority, we came as a blob of matter in this world. Yeah. We're nothing. Number two, it's like this camera. What make is that? What make is your phone?
This is an iPhone.
Right, what came first? The creator or the creation? What was there first?
I love that question.
No, this is
I love that question.
Yeah. Well,
that's what we're about.
Yeah, I've got the answer to this. You know, so matter can't be created by us. So if Stephen Hawking, Faraday, Newton can't create matter, then it's been made by something. Right? So this something that's created us from matter, designed us, fashioned us, put us on this earth for a short time. We're not immortal, we're not everlasting, never dying. I ask the common man, if you use your sane mind, common sense, that who are we? We are a family from matter, created by a creator. That phone is a creation, the big bang of that phone, the algorithms, iteration, flow charts in that phone. What makes it Samsung?
iPhone.
So Mr. iPhone had to be there first before the iPhone was created. Does that make sense? So if we can't understand there's a creator that made the matter, made us for a short time on this earth, then we're going to get our minds confused who we are. What do I say? Real Talk with Riz Khan.
One more time.
Real Talk with Riz Khan. Subscribe, please. Thank you.
I came out to view the airplanes, to declutter, to enjoy one of my favourite sites around Manchester. And somehow, through the plan of God, I've had a wonderful conversation with a brother here from Wigan. And we've been talking about creator, creation, what came first, the iPhone or the product itself. I mean, this was such a meaty, deep, real talk that no doubt, inshallah, soon we're going to see you on the channel again.
And my advice to everybody is take this because it's a very short life, my friend.
It is.
If you follow the facts, not theories, congratulations, you'll achieve your purpose. If you transgress and think I'm here for eternity, we're in big loss. Now that's for the person of understanding.
And on that note, until the next time we meet on the channel, thank you very much. God bless you.
Rizkan, I'll give you a number.
I will.
Go get Rizkan.
So I've spent the last, no exaggeration, the last hour chatting with Mr. Ruben from Wigan, chatting about things that really make me tick. Like, why are we really here? Who placed us here? Who created all of these wonderful machines around us? Ruben, you've certainly ignited a few neurons in my brain with your commentary, with your questions, but also with your knowledge. And I think knowledge is something that in this world we are really underestimating. The first word revealed in the Quran was read, Iqra.